Tēnā koutou katoa. Nau mai ki tēnei hui whakanui I te hunga. Ka whakapōtaihia e te whariwananga o Tamaki Makaurau. Nō reira, nau mai, heari mai, tēnā koutou katoa. Good afternoon and welcome to graduation at the University of Auckland. This ceremony will see graduands from the faculties of Business and Economics, Arts, and Education and Social Work. I apologise for the delay. This is one of our largest ceremonies we have ever put on, and you will see a feat of masterful engineering to get all the students into the right seats, including on the stage for some of them. The formal proceedings will begin very shortly, and you'll be invited to stand as your graduates enter and process to their seats. They will then be followed by the academic staff, and finally our official party, which includes our Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, guest speaker, and Teaching Excellence Award winner. Please remain standing during that time. During the ceremony, feel free to take photographs, but please don't stand in the aisles to do this. And now is the best time for you to switch your mobile phone to silent, please. At the end of the ceremony, you'll all be invited to sing the national anthem for the first time with your new graduates. Everyone will then process out, and your graduates will move up into the main BNZ foyer. Please do not come down to this level to meet them. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, they're at the doors. Please stand for your graduands.
Mai nei ki te tau toko I te kaupapa o te rānei e. Huri noa kia koutou ngā tauira, tēnei rā tō rā whakahirahira, kua eke ki te rātou mata, tā koutou pōtaitanga e, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou.
Please be seated. Inga mana, inga reo, inga hoi whā. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, special guests, graduands, family, whānau and supporters. As Chancellor of the University of Auckland, I extend a warm welcome to you all on behalf of the University Council members and the staff of the University. This is a meeting of the Council of the University of Auckland at which the Pro-Chancellor and I will award diplomas and confer degrees in the Faculty of Business and Economics, Faculty of Arts, and Faculty of Education and Social Work. Graduation is a time for celebrating success. Today, you will experience the pomp and tradition of this ancient ceremony and the recognition befitting your success on your well-deserved day of celebration. Like your family and friends gathered here, we are very proud of all your achievements and look forward to your lifelong involvement as members of the University of Auckland family. Of course, graduation represents much more than just a day of celebration. Your qualification from this university will have a lifetime impact on you, your family, and the community at large. We know that compared to those whose formal education ends in high school, graduates have lower unemployment rates, higher salaries, better career prospects, and better health outcomes. Your university experience and the qualifications gained at university will thus add real value to your lives and the lives of those around you. The fact that our university can add value in these ways reflects the abilities and achievements of our staff and students. In the Faculty of Business and Economics, Associate Professor Manuka Henare received a Tertiary Teaching Excellence Award in the Kaupapa Māori category. He has been instrumental in developing and growing educational programs for Māori and Pacific Island people in the business school. Associate Professor Christine Woods received a Tertiary Teaching Excellence Award in the general category. She has developed unique expertise in educating Māori entrepreneurs and has published pedagogical frameworks for teaching Māori entrepreneurship. Honorary Professor Susan St John was made a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit in the Queen's Birthday Honours List. And the Business School was named the inaugural Education Partner of the Year by MYOB. The award celebrates an education provider that has been instrumental in advancing career prospects for its students by creating opportunities to interact with the corporate world. In the Faculty of Arts, Professor Simon Holdaway was elected as a corresponding fellow to the Australian Academy of Humanities for his international leadership in Australian, Egyptian and New Zealand archaeology and in stone artefact analysis. This is the highest honour for achievement in the humanities in Australia. Professor Linda Waimarine Nikora was elected a Fellow of the Royal Society Te Aoparangi. She is an outstanding Māori scholar and leader whose research has been positively transformative for Māori and for the discipline of psychology. And Professor Gillian Brock from the School of Humanities was also elected a Fellow of the Royal Society Te Aoparangi. Gillian is one of the most significant scholars currently working in the field of global justice. In the Faculty of Education and Social Work, Dr. Maria Cooper and Associate Professor Marek Taser received the Judith Duncan Early Childhood Education Award from the New Zealand Association for Research in Education. They were recognised for their notable contributions to the field through the conduct of high-quality research. Associate Professor Jay Marlowe was awarded a 2018 Rutherford Discoveries Fellowship. Jay has worked with refugee communities as a social worker and researcher addressing refugee settlement and disaster risk reduction. Professor Stephen May received the Mackenzie Award from the New Zealand Association for Research in Education for his significant contribution to educational research. And Dr. Ray Cialata received a Pacific Education Award and Pacific Service Excellence Award in the Sunpix Pacific People's Awards, sponsored by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade. The awards recognise Ray's leadership of the Pacifica Early Literacy Project, which resulted in widely used and acclaimed dual language books for young learners, and the Pacifica Teacher Aid Project. In order to ensure that we can continue to achieve successes like these and enhance our contribution to future generations of graduates and to our nation, the university must do three things. First, we need to attract students of high academic potential and give them an outstanding academic and extracurricular experience. In this respect, we are doing very well. The proportion of students entering the university with a high grade point average is growing each year, and we produce outstanding graduates, just like you. Second, we need to attract, develop and retain outstanding staff. This we are doing, as illustrated by the achievements I described earlier. Many of our staff are world leaders in their fields, and you will have been privileged to learn from and work with them. It is no coincidence that in the QS World Rankings of University Subjects, the University of Auckland came top in New Zealand in 37 of the 41 subjects ranked. And in the new Times Higher Education Impact Rankings, which measures each university's performance against the United Nations Sustainability Goals, we were ranked first in the world, both overall and for health and well-being. And third, we need to create the kind of academic environment and facilities that support and encourage excellence. To this end, the university has been investing heavily in its campus renewal program so as to ensure we do provide facilities of genuinely international quality. Many of you will graduate today with a first qualification, and you will be rightly proud of that achievement. However, I also want you to reflect on the ongoing learning opportunities and the wide range of postgraduate options available to you at this university. You must never rest on your laurels in a challenging and ever-changing world, but rather be prepared to embrace change and new technology and make the most of the opportunities presented to you. Although it may seem a daunting prospect right now, further study and learning is inevitable for us all as the world changes around us at an ever-accelerating pace. Whatever path you follow, I urge you as alumni of New Zealand's leading university to never forget your alma mater, your university. We rely on our graduates for support, moral, political, and financial. But today is your day, with the focus firmly on your achievement. At this ceremony, we honour your success along with the support of your family, whānau, and others who have sustained you through your studies. I congratulate you and trust that you will long cherish the memories of your graduation today. It is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker this afternoon, Dr. David Gamester. Many of you here today are focused on the future, but it is the past that often shapes our present and enriches our worldview, how we see ourselves. No one knows that better than the leader of the Auckland War Memorial Museum, New Zealand's largest cultural and natural science heritage asset. Dr. David Gamester left a leading role in a Scottish museum to become CEO of Auckland Museum. He has worked widely in British cultural heritage, in national museums, and as a senior advisor to Britain's Ministry of Culture. He is also an adjunct professor in museums and heritage at the University of Auckland. With a collection of more than 5 million items, the Auckland Museum can only display 1% at any time, so online access is increasingly important. Dr. Gamester has a focus on enhancing the access to those collections, and technology is a great pathway for a global audience. As we go forward, connecting past, present and future enriches us all. Please welcome Dr. Gamester to the stage.
Tēnā koutou katoa, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, members of the University, graduands, whānau and friends. It's a great honour to be here today to help celebrate the graduation of students from the faculties of Business and Economics, Social Work and the Faculty of Arts. I'd firstly like to congratulate you and your families, who are without doubt feeling a great sense of fulfilment and pride in your achievements. Your graduation today is a public recognition of your hard work and commitment to study and the pursuit of knowledge. And it's a double honour to be invited to participate in your graduation ceremony today as CEO of Auckland Museum, Tamiki Painahira. The museum and the University of Auckland are partners, and our collaboration is set to grow and sophisticate in the next few years as the museum and the university engage together in new research and in joint teaching and training opportunities. 30 years ago, when I left school and graduated from university, for most people of my generation, this was the end of their formal education. They then entered the workforce and commenced their career. People were expected to make a career choice and stick with it, and anticipate staying and progressing within that institution, company or field, pretty well until they retired. That anyone should need to undertake any further academic or professional development could not have been further from their thoughts. So it was when I graduated with a PhD in archaeology from University College London and made a short walk across Gordon Square to the British Museum, I stood back in admiration at my new colleagues who'd done 30 years or so, not only in the same department, but in the same job. And I honestly believed that I would do the same. Continuity, of course, is everything in the museum business, and to a certain extent, it still is, given that our institutions are in it for the long term by their very definition. And today, we just simply call it succession planning. But that world and that experience has changed very dramatically over the course of my own working lifetime, and even in the arts and the cultural heritage sector. The days of a steady, single, stable career are pretty much over. Organizations have become flatter and less ladder-like, making upward progression less common. And the rapid pace of technology makes many jobs and crafts and skills go out of date in only a few years. LinkedIn founder Reid Hoffman believes that careers are now simply tours of duty, prompting companies to design organizations that assume people will only stay for a few years. Research now shows that new degree holders have twice as many jobs in their first 5 post-college years now than they did even in the mid-1990s. My 2 eldest children, now in their mid to late 20s, have both had half a dozen different jobs each since graduation. I read that members of Generation Y, those born between 1980 and 1994, are expected to have at least 7 separate careers during their working life. Increasingly, people, of course, want to change jobs, roles, and structures as and when they want. For Generation Z, those born after 1994, people are expected to have between 7 and 15 different careers during their working lives. Around 60% of those careers, of course, have not yet been invented. So let's examine what a career really is. The traditional idea of a career has 3 components. A career represents our expertise, our profession, and ultimately our identity. It defines who we are and what we do. And this form of identity makes changing careers dauntingly difficult. A career is something that builds over time and endures. It gives us the opportunity to progress, to advance, and to continuously feel proud. And thirdly, a career gives us financial and psychological rewards. It makes life meaningful and gives us purpose. The changing world of work has disrupted all these 3 elements: expertise, duration, and rewards. As scary as this may be for us employees trying to stay ahead, it's equally disruptive for employers who must try to hire and develop the workforce of today, tomorrow, and 5 years from now. I started off quite well. I worked for 15 years at the British Museum as an archaeologist and a collections curator. And working in the UK's leading museum was an early career experience second to none. It gave me the platform to experiment and deploy my skills and accumulated knowledge beyond the organisation. Since leaving the BM in 2001, I've led a so-called portfolio career. I've worked in central government as a policy advisor, as a CEO of a conservation charity, as a director of university museums, galleries, and cultural services. And I'm now busy as CEO of the largest metropolitan cultural asset in New Zealand. I've worked in 5 to 6 year stretches, and each move demands the acquisition, of course, of new knowledge sets, new situational skills, and professional competencies. My family and I have had to move countries 3 times over that time. The shelf life of a CEO is getting shorter and shorter. Agility, adaptability, and commitment to learning are everything in the forging of a portfolio career in the workplace survival race. Mark Twain famously said that all you need in life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. Some of our British politicians still seem to think that that is a truism. I'm not sure that formula still works at all. But let me say to every one of our graduates this afternoon in this hall, whatever your stage in life, that in a rapidly changing and increasingly disrupted world, now more than ever, knowledge and skills require regular updating to remain current and relevant. Sorry to say this today of all days, but today's skills are not sufficient to see you through to tomorrow's workplace. Expertise has an ever-shortening shelf life. It used to be in only certain kinds of jobs, think of computer programmers or IT troubleshooters, we thought that they needed constant training and upskilling. Now all of us are expected to continuously learn new skills, new tools, and new systems. And this is true of the developed world, and even more so in Auckland, where we have probably the best educated population in the country. To stay in employment, never mind enhance your career mobility options, it's essential both to remain well-skilled and also to anticipate the skills you might need for tomorrow. And with the escalating cost of supporting retirement, that working life is now getting longer and longer. Study and training are essential for navigating the modern world of work and ensuring our employability for the duration. Investing in lifelong learning and continuing professional development enhances our ability to take control of our own destinies. These new patterns in the workplace bring significant advantages to organisations, of course. At Auckland Museum, we see colleagues joining us from highly successful and multiple portfolio careers in corporate business, marketing, retail, university research, education, digital technologies, and in the creative industries. The knowledge and experience that they bring from those sectors are a critical success factor in our role as a leading cultural heritage institution, visitor attraction, and social enterprise. But there are very few single skill sets anymore. In that case, what are the skill sets and what are the mindsets and behaviours that we, as a leading cultural organisation, are looking for in graduates and in the early career cohort? What are the skill sets that will help you prepare for the jobs that don't yet exist? Museums are like so many modern employers. In addition to the situational and professional knowledge, we're increasingly looking for people with the so-called soft skills. These include communication, cooperation, negotiation, in research skills, and in critical and synthetic thinking. So just the kind of attributes that you've acquired in your university training in business studies, in education, social work, and in the arts to progress in an employment world increasingly dominated by hybrid jobs. And museums have plenty of those today. The rise of the digital designer or the digital marketeer or the content developer are just some amongst many. So you, this afternoon, are actually best placed of your peers to navigate the workplace jungle of the 21st century. The World Economic Forum has made similar claims, citing the need for skills like complex problem solving, coordinating with others, cognitive flexibility, and boundless curiosity. It's also mentioned something called deep generalism. I'll have to ask my colleagues what that could possibly be about. The modern workplace, where people move between different roles and projects, actually closely resembles the preschool classroom, where we all learn social skills such as empathy, cooperation, and social intelligence. In fact, that's a pretty decent description of the modern museum as a creative organisation, where mobility, agility, and collaboration are core requirements of our workforce. For the mindsets and behaviours that we're looking for in recruiting and developing our workforce of the future, we've just captured these in a new manifesto, He Waka Eka Noa, which is a well-known metaphor, of course, for a body of people all on the same waka, paddling in one direction. So at Auckland Museum, we want our people to be connected to each other, our work, and our communities. We want them to be authentic, that they understand our purpose, practice and our values, and lead with their hearts. We want them to be respectful, that we honour each other and value our differences, that we're growth-oriented, that we see challenges as opportunities, and customer-centred. We create a memorable, positive experience for each other and our audiences. These mindsets are all about leading ourselves and leading others. In other words, as a cultural organisation, we're looking for both individual creativity and innovation, but we're also looking for the ability and commitment to lead in the same direction. And these mindsets will strengthen our collective sense of purpose and belonging so that we can all do our best work. We're looking for people who can work together to respond to the challenges that society now faces, now and in the future, in a way that's relevant to our communities and enhances all our lives. These approaches to skills and development and mindsets and behaviours are helping Auckland Museum to evolve its career development model that encourages continuous learning, improves individual mobility and fosters a growth mindset in every one of our people, year after year. If we can find the right formulas, we will maintain our position as the leading employer of choice in the arts and culture sector in New Zealand. All this is intended not to daunt you in any way. I just wanted to reinforce what you already know about our fast-changing world of work. So long as you stick to a few basic rules, being curious, open, ready to experiment, committed to learning new skills and to follow the direction the world is moving in, you'll be fine. So just to finish, and while I'm at it, a final word of advice. Technological change is both life-enhancing, but it's also amongst the leading disruptors to our well-being. We're currently experiencing a pace and scale of change that's pretty much akin to the first industrial revolution. Back in my youth, back in the 1970s, there were only 2 public TV channels, and both of which shut down with the national anthem at 11 o'clock at night. We're told relentlessly that sleep, or rather the lack of it, remains the single biggest threat to the economy and to our personal salvation. Sleep is acknowledged by the CEO of Netflix as the channel's #1 competitor. Its business model is to deny you that increasingly precious commodity. So the sleep industry is now worth around US dollars, 76 billion a year. And I contributed to it last month by buying our first new bed in 15 years. And that purchase has really seriously changed my life. So if I have one final piece of advice to give you today, as you embark on your first career, on your next one, or your last, it's this. Please ensure you get as much sleep as you can, whenever you can, as we all need to work and study longer. So we're going to need it. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
David, I hear you, and thank you for sharing those insights with us. This is a meeting of council and convocation of the university at which the Pro-Chancellor, Cecilia Tarrant, and I will be awarding diplomas and conferring degrees. I invite the Pro-Chancellor to award the diplomas and confer the degrees in the first half of this ceremony.
By the authority vested in me by resolution of the University of Auckland Council, I, Cecilia Tarrant, Pro-Chancellor, award the diplomas and confer the degrees stated upon those who, within the Faculty of Business and Economics and the Faculty of Arts, have satisfied the requirements of this university.
I call upon the Head of Department Accounting and Finance and the Head of Department Commercial Law of the Faculty of Business and Economics, Professor Norman Wong, to present graduands in that faculty.
Pro-Chancellor, as Head of Department, I have the honour of presenting to you the students qualified for the award of a diploma or conferment of a degree in the Faculty of Business and Economics. To the degree of Bachelor of Property, Matthew Luke Bailey. Matthew Brooke. Hayden Church. Samuel David Collins. Mark Christopher Gordon. Devon Grantley Hogg. Samantha Grindle. Shirji Gu. Olivia Rose Hayton. Kathleen Lee. Liam Matheson. Sophie Ann Reardon. Arabella Rose. William Silk. Emily Tong. Zachary Walker. Cameron Michael Whittaker. Jason Jang. Owen Rui Wen Jang. To the degree of Bachelor of Property Conjoint, Nicholas Brackenridge and a Bachelor of Commerce. Fizek Shaka Trakan and a Bachelor of Commerce. Daniel Crosswell and a Bachelor of Commerce. Jared Dixon and a Bachelor of Commerce. Griffin Hill and a Bachelor of Commerce. Daniel Tabin Park and a Bachelor of Commerce. Jack Parsons and a Bachelor of Commerce. Olivia Ann Pilkington and a Bachelor of Commerce. Vincent Lewis Sakay and a Bachelor of Commerce. Tanvir Singh and a Bachelor of Commerce. Lauren Isabel Stretton and a Bachelor of Commerce. Peter Touch and a Bachelor of Commerce. Postgraduate Diploma in Business. Renee Samantha Berry in Health Management. Jared Paul Bishop in Administration. Joanne Elizabeth Burke in Administration. Lorraine Byers in Māori Development. Peter Klassen in Administration. Catherine of Siena Lisa Marie Filitonga in Māori Development. Rakesh Govind in Administration. Daniel Riwi Paul Haynes in Māori Development. Salman Alam Halapota in Administration. David Harriman in Māori Development. Samuel John Hooper Smith in Administration. Tui Ko Moana in Māori Development. Irirangi Makor in Māori Development. Tu Makor Ray in Māori Development. Eva May Verzon Matamu in Administration. Gareth Alexander McCabe in Administration. Elizabeth Mitchell in Administration. Mohammed Kazim Nakvi in Administration. Dion Andrew Pater in Māori Development. Marisa Pene in Māori Development. Monique Rawinia Pihima in Māori Development. Alexander Ravnica Arsenerjevic in Administration. Vijay Kiran Reddy in Administration. Tracy Lee Ripia in Māori Development. Maria Isabel Royal in Māori Development. Case Sadid in Administration. Jocelina Samantha Salamaka in Māori Development. Luke Tyrone Skinner in Administration. Kirsten Georgina Tewal in Māori Development. Valerie Ann Tiatia Seath in Māori Development. Kim Louise Williams in Administration. Soraya Witika in Māori Development. Wei Xiang in Administration. Heng Sheng Zhou in Administration. To the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours with First Class Honours. University Postgraduate Scholar, Sian Ridderhoff Badenhorst in Economics. Anna Feely Brun Barnhill in Operations and Supply Chain Management. Navina Sekulik in Operations and Supply Chain Management. To the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours with Second Class Honours, First Division, Daniel Backman in Accounting, and a Bachelor of Commerce. Scott Raymond Casey in Global Management and Innovation. Dayang Nur Sharmin in Information Systems. Sayok Yao in Accounting. To the degree of Master of Business Administration, Ahmed Talib Kamuna. Master of Commerce with First Class Honours, Howlin Chen in Accounting. Wei Ying Chung in Operations and Supply Chain Management. Chanel Lynn Dooley in Economics. Andrew Stephen Hallett in Finance and a Bachelor of Arts conjoint. Cameron McFarlane Harworth in Economics. Zanaira Kakaria in Marketing. Zaira Raza Khan in Marketing. Yiga Lee in Information Systems. Shu Wei Mak in Finance. Benjamin Roberts in Finance. Alexa Nicole Schuber in Marketing. Yijan Shan in Accounting. Hannah Trotman in Accounting. Gurneet Kawa Wadhawa in Accounting and a Bachelor of Commerce. Zhu Wang in Global Management and Innovation. Rebecca Wilkinson in Information Systems. Master of Commerce with Second Class Honours, First Division, Sanjana Udani De Silva in Global Management and Innovation. Denny in Information Systems. Wei Lian Du in Information Systems. Sayida Hafsa Reem Kazmi in Management. Guanghua Li in Operations and Supply Chain Management. Xiao Li in Finance. Mirniati in Economics. Zui Peng in Finance. Wang Yingyin in Information Systems. Zi Wang in Finance. Ziyu Wang in Accounting. Ariana Krista Marie Ward in Global Management and Innovation. Carmen Minshan Yang in Global Management and Innovation. To the degree of Master of Commerce with Second Class Honours, Second Division, Yu Ying Yu in Operations and Supply Chain Management. And in absentia, all those other persons named in the official record qualified for the award of the diploma or conferment of a degree in the Faculty of Business and Economics.
I call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Professor Robert Greenberg, to present the graduands in that faculty.
Pro-Chancellor, as Dean, I have the honor of presenting to you students qualified for the award of a diploma or conferment of a degree in the Faculty of Arts. Graduate Diploma in Arts, Srishti Mudgil. Gautami Sitambaran. Frank Wetara. To the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Payai Suva Afu. Sesimani Ahio. Yaron Aluf. Miles Anderson. Alexandra Renee Ando. Baby Selen Awina Tupu. Hyun Woo Bae. Timothy Baker. Amin Bakhsh. Omar Balizi. Elspeth Margaret Barker. Mohammed Jaim Bartholomew. Jessica Adriano Batan. Morgan Ray Beachy Brown Sharp. Chanel Beer. Moiroa Ben. Zachary James Bentley. Lee Bethel. Tristan Mathieu Brandin de Chalin. Christopher Thomas Blaney. Chelsea Elva Blythe. Ginus Buramand. Aurora Margaret Boyd. James Brooke. Sophie Butler. Isabel Molly Daphne Cheryl Kane. Melody Wai Ching Chai. Bhaviska Chand. Courtney Ann Chandra. Brooke Carolyn Rose Charteris. Chung Nuo. Ling Chung. Ife Chung. Chanjiwa Chituta. Yeri Cho. Serena Jo. Amy Lee Clegg. Cannon Cochran. Alexandru Costache. Megan Cotton. Anya Cropper. Lauren Jade Currid. Monessa Roy Alfonso de Guzman. Juliet Hosanna Desbero Mitcalf. Ashley Donovan. Bevan James Donovan. Sorel Drever. Jonathan Patrick Dunn. Ethan John Evans. Joshua Ewington. Naomi Valaulu Fa'autanga. Shalene Farrell. Hinemoa Finau. James Fink Jensen. Emma Renee Fordham. Greta Florence Fountain. Madison Kitty Philistone. Malise Marie Fuma. Lee Gaylor. Christine Geronimo. Sapna Ganata. Callum Gibbons. Ross Alexander Gibbons. Oisin Gill. Reeve Sheridan Samuel Gray. Brittany Guy. Melitutama Jasmine Hala. Alexandra Halstead. Alyang Sheng Han. Joel Jeremiah Stephen Hansby. Ile He. Itaria Potiki Hedemia. Michael Herman. Esme Hickson. Alexandra Rosana Napaki Hogg. Mitchell Scott Holland. Sophie Monique Hunter. Joshua Horsfield. Sun Ho Huang. Veronica Ruby Eloyalo. Ana Inuki Hangana. Janet Ainga Ioane. Dion Mahunga Moeroa Yusatini. Zoe Jacqueline Zwetsloot James. Aria Maria Jones. Tara Kars. Ti Wei Kang. Susan Mary Kelly. Brooke Marie Kennedy. Rumi Kim. Sang-woo Kim. Margaret King. Connor Edmund George Nell. Stella Kolakalan. Pro-Chancellor, the Director of Global Studies, Dr. Hilary Chung, will present further graduates from the Faculty of Arts.
To the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Karen Mariah Korpu. Isikele Kubuabola. Jasmita Malakumar. Pooja Kumar. Sriya Sejal Kumar. Laura Julia Ann Kvikstad. Eunice Lau. Hahanolatu. Erin Fong Kwan Lee. Tani May Aroha Leonard. Li Keliang. Tan Ki Lee. Yu Zili. Yiran Lin. Yi Liu. Samantha Lupton. Ella Lyon. Fleur Lyons. Tony John Mayera. Daria Malcon. Eleanor Machingo Miller. Elizabeth Zoe Maynard. Callum James Alexander McCandlish. Bridget Grace McConaughey. Jasmine Claire McCracken. Georgia McGarver Barrett. Hope Rhiannon Mackenzie Elwood. Alice Jean McKerris. Catherine Meaton. Milana Melamed. Samuel Mellis. Patricia Joy Miranda. Melanie Isabella Murfin and a diploma in languages. Linda Muriel Muller. Lily Malloy Walt. Callum Mosley. Charlotte Moss. Wilaifa Muliao Masealii. Eva Nudge. Inga Neft. Alida Newman. Simon Allen O'Donnell. Julian Russell Makatange Orejana. Liu Ming Ouyang. Oliver Owen. Vanisha Parmar. Daresh Kumar Patel. Matthew Scott Peacock. Oline Perez Reynaud. Hugh Alec Pearce. Jin Woo Pung. Ryan Malcolm Pop. Ashwani Astika Prasad. Ratinapun Prasanchwa. Polly Carson Reardon. Hannah Emily Rennick. Amber Hannah Leighton Rhodes. Jasmine Hannah Roberts. Emma Catherine Ross. Kristen Senecal. Amelia Grace Sheffield. Shi Xinyi. Courtney Brooke Shorter. Annalise May Sketcher. Charlotte Esme Rose Skinner. Ruby Smythe. Pam Solomona. Shirwani Jean Roberta Stagg. Grace Alexandra Armashaw Stevens. Lavenia Regiele Sukanata Bua. Ji-Hoon Sung. Flynn Elizabeth Sutcliffe. Rachel Naomi Swasbrook. Tang Ya Chi. Mele Aloma Tapueluelu. Sean Tay. David Taylor. Mahalet David Tekeste. Olivia Grace Tennant. Tiana Jane Teta. Xin Yu Tian. Teresa Epetietia. Fa'atali Ilangitongia. Ismarai Latu. Setaita Tuitavake. Michaela Elizabeth Turner. Charisse Bainganui. Fiatele Vaifatu Lokeni. Ricardo Valele. Natasha Kathleen Verney. Bailey Devon Very. Mariah Josephine Nessa Vilila. Parmit Olusalongo Virk. Ashley Ward. Asil Wasiudin. Desiree Shesley Williams. Nathan James Wilson. Samuel Wong. Mu Ziwu. Zhihan Wu. Alexander Wirtz. Meng Yingxu. Sophia Xu. Adora Didi Yap. Benjamin Zambo. Yanru Zheng. Zhang Yiyang. Kai Fang Zhao. Enji Zhou. To the degree of Bachelor of Arts Conjoint, Declan Kenneth Bell and a Bachelor of Commerce. Amber Renee French and a Bachelor of Fine Arts Honours with Second Class Honours First Division. Alexa Frost and a Bachelor of Commerce. Alex Holden and a Bachelor of Commerce. Yu Zhong Huang and a Bachelor of Music. Emily Yanis and a Bachelor of Commerce. Angus Harvey Jones and a Bachelor of Science. Kay Kennedy and a Bachelor of Commerce. Tina Kamas and a Bachelor of Science. Grace Ko and a Bachelor of Commerce. Clark Fang Leng and a Bachelor of Science. Laurentia McCleary and a Bachelor of Commerce. Shu Huan Pan and a Bachelor of Commerce. Zachary Penman Chambers and a Bachelor of Laws. Cindy Grace Yu Ernchiu and a Bachelor of Commerce. Rhea Ramakrishna and a Bachelor of Commerce. Catherine Snade and a Bachelor of Science. Jade Stan and a Bachelor of Commerce. Tom Peter Wilkinson and a Bachelor of Science.
Thank you, Pro-Chancellor, for awarding the diplomas and conferring the degrees in the first half of this ceremony. One of the great pleasures of graduation is the opportunity to hear performances by students from our acclaimed School of Music. Grace McKenzie and Kihei Lee will now perform Violin Duet No. 1, Opus 48 Allegro by Ignaz Pleyel. Grace and Kihei, thank you for that wonderful performance. By the authority vested in me by resolution of the University of Auckland Council, I, Scott St John Chancellor, award the diplomas and confer the degrees stated upon those who within the Faculty of Arts and the Faculty of Education and Social Work have satisfied the requirements of this university.
Postgraduate Diploma in Arts with distinction. Siobhan Catherine McCarthy in Anthropology. Fernando José Muñoz Duran in Psychology. Postgraduate Diploma in Arts with Merit. Xiaoyi Li in Media, Film and Television. Fabiola Ciale. Postgraduate Diploma in Arts. Vaingafale Afaesi Nomotu in Criminology. Getchboy Oyung in Politics and International Relations. Deborah Marguerite Reed in Criminology. Shu Ying Wang in English. Postgraduate Diploma in Language Teaching. Shen Yang. To the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours with First Class Honours. Jessie Ray Cornthwaite in English. Sophie Gabrielle Faber in Anthropology. Asha Fai Ai in Criminology. Miraneta Tafue Lemalu in Pacific Studies. University Postgraduate Scholar Wyoming Paul in Politics and International Relations. University Postgraduate Scholar Judith Caroline Reutlinger in Italian and a Bachelor of Arts. David Lotawai Malu Otonga Jr. Tuipulato Tuniukulafe in Pacific Studies and a Graduate Diploma in Arts. Brianna Vincent in English. Godiva Vanessa Wolfgram in Criminology. To the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours with Second Class Honours First Division. Jieqing Candy Zhuang in Criminology. Valene Lupe Feki in Criminology. Helen Yeung in Politics and International Relations. To the degree of Master of Arts with First Class Honours, Claire Black in Anthropology. University Postgraduate Scholar Kate Broniman in Development Studies. Lydia Carson in Anthropology. And Lydia Curtis in Art History. Yu Xuan Ding in Media, Film and Television. University Postgraduate Scholar Robert Edward Drummond in Greek. Han Yang Ge in Development Studies. Jennifer Heyman in Anthropology. John Edward Hayes in English. University Postgraduate Scholar Amanda Marie Hunter-Den in Criminology. University Postgraduate Scholar Erin Allison James in Geography. University Postgraduate Scholar Emma Jameson in Art History. Hyunjun Zhang in Anthropology. Kimberly Kretschmar in Development Studies. Eleanor Lee in Art History. University Postgraduate Scholar Connor Laskey in Philosophy. Katie Ross Logan in Latin. Lu Hongshun in Criminology and a Bachelor of Arts Honours with First Class Honours in Criminology. Emily Mary Lynch in French. Niels Alexander Makauskas in Sociology. Benjamin William Martley in Philosophy. Rowan Taylor McBride in Anthropology. Priesha Mendes in English and a Bachelor of Arts Honours, not. Sarah Ann McLean Osborne in Pacific Studies. Priesha Mendes in English and a Bachelor of Arts Honours with First Class Honours in English. University Postgraduate Scholar Andrea Marino Ortiz in Anthropology. Yonha Pike in Art History. Justine Leah Pillay in Spanish. Kimberly Rothville in Applied Linguistics. Anisha Sankar in Sociology. Bala Murali Singade in Screen Production. University Postgraduate Scholar Elizabeth Sim in Spanish and a Bachelor of Arts Honours with First Class Honours in Spanish. University Postgraduate Scholar Hannah Margaret Smith in History and a Bachelor of Arts Honours with First Class Honours in History. Amy Louise Taylor in Media, Film and Television. University Postgraduate Scholar Kate Elizabeth Edith Thompson in Criminology. University Postgraduate Scholar Brandy Thorburn in Psychology. Mary Jo Vergara in Economics. University Postgraduate Scholar Henricus Vossen in History. Susanna Grace Whaley in English. Courtney Margaret Woolston in Anthropology. Shu Ting Xia in Screen Production. To the degree of Master of Arts with Second Class Honours First Division, Jennifer Margaret Hale in Anthropology. Christina Woolsey in Psychology. Rose Young in Anthropology. To the degree of Master of Arts with second class honours, second division, Megan Catherine Lake in Linguistics. Josie Mate in Sociology. University Postgraduate Scholar Rachel Tatafu in Pacific Studies. To the degree of Master of Conflict and Terrorism Studies with first class honours, Bronwyn Burns Tilney. Logan Emily Carmichael. Christopher Moses. James Nichol. Carmen Margreta Noel Alfaro. To the degree of Master of Conflict and Terrorism Studies with second class honours, first division, Connor Mercer. To the degree of Master of Indigenous Studies with second class honours, first division, Hoitapu Charles Robert Baker. To the degree of Master of Public Policy with first class honours, Michelle Ambatali Javier. Samuel Mills. Saskia Isabel Vitasovic. To the degree of Master of Public Policy with second class honours, first division, Diego Tomas Moreno Arismendi. To the degree of Master of Public Policy with second class honours, second division, Abigail Talavera. To the degree of Master of Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages with first class honours, William Lewis Jarcon. To the degree of Master of Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages with second class honours, first division, Xin Zhengcheng. Fang Yuan. Yilin Shi. To the degree of Master of Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages with second class honours, second division, Zhonga An. Aok Choi. Ruth Rajkumar. Xi Wang. Xue Yuan. And in absentia, all those other persons named in the official record qualified for the award of the diploma or conferment of a degree in the Faculty of Arts.
I now call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Education and Social Work, Associate Professor Mark Barrow, to present graduands in that faculty.
Chancellor, as Dean of the Faculty of Education and Social Work, I have the honour of presenting to you students qualified for the award of a diploma or conferment of a degree in the Faculty of Education and Social Work. Graduate Diploma in Teaching Primary, Kilaomi Tepomata Zekila. Deepika Lingam. Rosa Samalia Atoa Matangi. Anthony Lomatusi Uili. Graduate Diploma in Teaching, Secondary, Maximilian Bongarts. Thomas Rainsford Horrocks. Malia Alakoka Lanumata. Saniata Tafutu. Fa'alipo Vautu'ua. Tuila Patricia Marama Vatu'ua. Ashley Ansu Varma. Graduate Diploma in Teaching English in Schools to Speakers of Other Languages, Heather Beaker. Jane Butcher. Joanna Crosby. Amanda Susan Duff. Gillian Margaret Taylor. To the degree of Bachelor of Education Teaching. Kua Elizabeth Ballantyne. Pierre Adrian Bass. Pravita Avakashni Chand. Victoria Dickey. Ella Rose Edmeads. Rawinia Jane Farrell. Scott Allen Hardwick. Natalia Ellen Harrison. Oh, beg your pardon. Natalie Ellen Harrison. Natalia Bronte Hazelwood. Sasiton Jenna. Shani Siloni Key. Crystal Romina Kira. Epenisa Laluava. Fa'ala Larson. Ji-Wan Lee. Jansman Mornsel. Louisa Moses. Caitlin Claire Myers. Courtney Jade Newell. Marin Joaquin Ocampo. Olivia Peterson. Patricia Isabel Santos. Jessica Ann Stewart. Montana Alofa June Taunyanya. Lorraine Johanna Tuau. Royden Tali Ualika. Charlotte Elise Veacock. Shu Sha Zhuang. To the degree of Bachelor of Human Services, Amy Lee Hurwells. Margaret Ainga Masanga. Louise Tautongi. To the degree of Bachelor of Physical Education, John A. Jordan Thamar. Patrick William Joint. Toa Fuafua Shipley. To the degree of Bachelor of Social Work, Eloise Lucy Kerr Johnstone. Peter Chanel Kyriakos Taitoko Tafa. Says pause in the program I have. Postgraduate Diploma in Education, Violeta Auenga Fa'auli Iwila. Manju Gauchwal. Hepi Tony Halalilo. Rachel Chi Ying Lu. Postgraduate Diploma in Educational Leadership with Merit, Sofal Horn. Postgraduate Diploma in Social Work with Merit, Donna Kurian. Hua Li. To the degree of Bachelor of Social Work Honours with Second Class Honours First Division, Linetti Latu. To the degree of Master of Counselling with First Class Honours, University Postgraduate Scholar Helen Jane McNaughton. Rupal Patel. To the degree of Master of Education with First Class Honours, University Postdoctoral Scholar Dawn Shi Chen. Elizabeth Grace. Caroline Sarah Hogg. Victoria Elizabeth Suzanne Howells. Ruth Lemon. Kim Mackrell. Bridget Wadham. University Postgraduate Scholar Felicia Rosemary Ward. Helen Withy. To the degree of Master of Education with Second Class Honours First Division, Jenna Eve Marie Foley. Sutapa Mukund. Anna Maria Swan. William Swan. To the degree of Master of Education with Second Class Honours, Second Division, Kelly Joan McLean. To the degree of Master of Education Practice with Merit, Christine Elizabeth Casey. Benjamin Vaipaata and a Graduate Diploma in Teaching Secondary. To the degree of Master of Educational Leadership with First Class Honours, Christina Justina Casey Schörner. Milton Henry. To the degree of Master of Professional Studies with Second Class Honours, Second Division, Arvind Prakash in Education. To the degree of Master of Social and Community Leadership with First Class Honours, Angelica Huerta Penaran. To the degree of Master of Social and Community Leadership with Second Class Honours, First Division, Tarita Anna Fareka. To the degree of Master of Social Work with First Class Honours, Natasha Oliver. Eileen Luama Tupo. To the degree of Master of Social Work with Second Class Honours, First Division, Amanda Meinhardt. I. Sumahira. To the degree of Master of Social Work with Second Class Honours, Second Division, Christine Ann Harrison Fletcher. To the degree of Master of Teaching Primary with Distinction, Cara Bainbridge. Svetlana Banerjee. Jessa Cochran. Alicia Kate Crompton. Esther Ruth Dorban. Tessa Gatenby. Brianna Hartman. Melissa Harvey. Kate Hennebury. Sophie Hudson. Sarah King. Yun Hai Kwan. Miriam Zubaida Lundy. Shannon Margaret Norgrove. Rosleen Rahman. Emma Hannah Taylor. Florence Wong. To the degree of Master of Teaching Primary with Merit, Sally Isabel Campbell. Elizabeth Grace Rambeek. Harry John Peter Seth. Marie-Laure Virginie Ellen Strozek Houston. To the degree of Master of Teaching Primary, Sherry Deborah Grace Haywood. Yin Huang. And in absentia, all those other persons named in the official record qualified for the award of a diploma or conferment of a degree in the Faculty of Education and Social Work.
I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to present the doctoral graduands.
Chancellor, I have the honour of presenting to you the doctoral graduands. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, University Doctoral Scholar Hannah Brigalia Adams in Education. Hannah's thesis focused on the experiences of high-achieving secondary school students and the factors that contributed to their academic success, as well as highlighting effective learning practices and behaviours for academically successful Māori and non-Māori students. This is the first study to have investigated the characteristics of ideal teachers for high-achieving Māori students. Hannah. Morteza Bargheri Sangachin in Applied Linguistics. Morteza investigated the beliefs, principles and practices of teachers of English as a foreign language in Iran and how and to what extent different factors shape teachers' beliefs and classroom practices. Research explored how teachers help their students to develop their ability to understand listening texts and the thinking underpinning their practices. University Doctoral Scholar Leneto Barcelona in Comparative Literature. Leneto looked at how different representations of China in Italian travel writing by journalists, writers and intellectuals were aligned with fascist, anti-fascist, leftist and anti-leftist Italian identities in distinct 20th century historical periods. Leneto's findings suggest that such representations resonated with the political orientation of their authors rather than with the factual reality of China during those periods. Congratulations. Brett Chapman in Linguistics. Brett investigated the perceptions that New Zealand English speakers have about the choice between forms such as he has done and he did in order to understand how New Zealand English can be situated relative to other varieties of English as well as to other related languages. Brett. Jung-Won Choi in Social Work. Jung-Won looked at how country context shaped the plans for future care provision of Korean parents with children living with disabilities in New Zealand and Korea. She interviewed 38 families and professionals in Korea and New Zealand. The study suggested a development of a Korean model of welfare or the new East Asian model of welfare through state-level involvement in strengthening independent family function while reflecting the traditional characteristics of cultural values. Congratulations. Daniel James Couch in education. Daniel examined Afghanistan's higher education policies, which have directed sector growth since the fall of the Taliban in 2001. His work illustrates significant policy emphasis on economic benefits, which limits space to consider the broader social benefits higher education might offer Afghanistan's conflict-affected context. Daniel argues for deeper engagement with social benefits in future higher education policy in Afghanistan. Daniel. Simon John Denon in education. Simon explored how a public pedagogy and methodology based on reggae could assist people in South Auckland and Port Vila to describe oppression in their local communities and imagine different alternatives. Congratulations. Morena Diaz Botelho de Margalis in applied linguistics. Morena used narrative inquiry to investigate the experiences of 10 international PhD candidates in their first year of registration. Her analysis explored the multiple influences shaping the academic identities of these students at the personal, institution and societal levels. The findings have implications for the provision of support for such students early in their doctoral studies. Congratulations. University doctoral scholar Elizabeth Andrea Else in ancient history. Elizabeth translated and examined the extant Egyptian language texts of 5th century BC Kushite king Amenhotep Erika. She applied linguistic, anthropological and identity theory methodologies to examine how this ancient African king created and displayed his identities individually and institutionally within his royal inscriptions. This work has created new insights into ways of working with ancient texts and ancient African identities. Elizabeth. Catherine May Garthwaite in education. Catherine investigated how young people view and communicate risk. The context was the use of 1080 to control pests in New Zealand. She developed a framework based on Douglas's grid group cultural theory that can assist students to be more aware of their own risk perceptions as well as perceptions held by others. Congratulations. Ling Ling Guan in education. Ling Ling compared the beliefs and practices of tertiary teachers of English as an additional language in New Zealand and China, with a particular focus on the way teachers use tasks to engage learners in authentic language use in classrooms. Findings indicate that their practices do not include tasks as defined in the language teaching literature. However, both groups of teachers adapted a range of task-like activities to fit into their teaching approaches, which their students considered highly motivational and useful. Congratulations. Daniel Hernandez in anthropology. Daniel explored contemporary carver practices to better understand what it means to be Indigenous today. He used story, song and ethnography to demonstrate how urban carver spaces in diaspora cultivate and transmit ancestral ways of knowing, doing and being. Common social carver gatherings reveal truths and conflicts at the interpersonal, historical, spiritual, political and social level by mediating mana or honour and tapu or protections through noa or neutralisation. Hu Sai Long in education. Using 3 technology-related models and multiple research approaches, Sai Long worked with over 1,000 participants to gain an overview of academics' acceptance, readiness and implementation of mobile technologies in the context of Chinese higher education. Sai Long's study provides teaching, strategic and academic insights for frontline academics education authorities, policymakers and researchers. Congratulations. Janine Lim in media, film and television. Janine explored Singapore's identity as constructed through the lens of Singapore cinema. She researched Singapore's national and cultural identity, local film culture, and the relationship between identity and filmic representation. Janine also produced a feature documentary on how Singapore filmmakers negotiate race and language issues in constructing Singapore's identity on screen. Congratulations. Arbin Matthew in social work. By utilising structural equation modelling, Arbin's research established a significant positive relationship between Indian adolescents' perceptions of family communication and adolescents' internal strengths, including their positive values, commitment to learning, social competencies and positive identity. Findings suggest that overall family communication and their communication with parents in particular are of critical importance for interventions that focus on adolescents' positive development. Congratulations. Annika Renee Mihailov in ancient history. Annika explored the nature and position of the ancient Greek cavalrymen in 5th century BC Athens. Through a critical analysis of the literature, iconography and archaeology, Annika was able to demonstrate that the traditional view of cavalry as an unimportant sideshow in battles dominated by heavy infantry is incorrect. Congratulations. Susan Margaret Nemec in media, film and television. Susan explored new migrants' experiences of learning about a Māori world from a Māori perspective by viewing Māori television. She considered the extent to which the broadcaster's programming provided new migrants with cultural resources to understand both historical and contemporary Māori concerns, reverse negative stereotypes, and navigate issues of identity and belonging in a nation they have chosen to call home. Susan, congratulations. Alexander Radakovich in philosophy. Alexander analysed the argument for treating nation-states as moral and legal collective entities. In the context of international relations, regarding nation-states as moral collectives offers a novel theoretical approach for facilitating more beneficial and fair terms of cooperation. Congratulations. Jason Roberts in political and international relations. Jason analysed and evaluated the international regime for the governance of high seas fishing. Using case studies from 4 treaties that New Zealand is a party to, he concluded that the rules to promote compliance are problematic or non-existent. He proposed policy reforms designed to encourage initiatives leading to the full recovery of depleted fish stocks and sustainable fishing practices. Congratulations. Helen Frances Sturm in French. Helen translated and analysed the letters of Bishop Pompallier and the French Catholic priests working with him in 1840 New Zealand. She used the views of Māori and the writings of Jacques Derrida and Pierre Bourdieu to inform her linguistic and historical examination of cross-cultural encounters in the new colony. Her research releases valuable new information about 1840 New Zealand. Congratulations. Arut Supawantanakun in politics and international relations. Arut looked at the way global influences shape the identities of minority groups by researching the cultural identities and political strategies of queer communities in Thailand and Japan. He found that domestic and global factors, as well as the intersection of multiple sources of identity, interact to produce a complex and distinct politics of queer identity in these two cases. Congratulations. Emma tangata kemau in Politics and International Relations. Emma examined the construction of militarised and masculinised gender norms and their intersection with race and status in the 4 military coups in Fiji since 1987. She probed the paradox in the diminishing role of the chiefs and the increasing power and patronage of the military following each coup, and highlighted women's capacity to express agency under oppressive militarised conditions. Congratulations. University Doctoral Scholar Tana Singham Santhakumari in Education. Santha addressed the problem of inexplicitness in the concept of critical thinking in relation to academic writing. Her in-depth analysis of 2 groups of texts, nominated for their different quality of critical thinking, suggests critical thinking comprises decision-making processes associated with evaluation, problem-solving, and the transformation of information during writing. She maintains that the explicit modelling of critical thinking processes has the potential to help students better acquire and fulfil the expectations of good academic writing. Congratulations. Xiao Wang in Education. Xiao Wang's thesis examined secondary school students' self-regulated learning of English reading in China. Employing multiple methods, including questionnaires and diaries, Xiao investigated how students' understanding of learning skills and motivation influenced their academic achievement. Through a 6-month intervention study to compare with a control group, she found how different approaches could be synergised for improving students' achievement through developing their self-regulated learning capacities. Congratulations. Lan Wei in Applied Linguistics. Lan investigated the complex relationship between learning age, language ability, and long-term learning outcomes for second language learners of Chinese, creatively using multiple measures of implicit and explicit knowledge. Lan's research has provided valuable theoretical insight into the learning mechanisms of an additional language, as well as teaching implications for maximising the effectiveness of language learning in different contexts. Congratulations. Nicola Weld in Social Work. Using a grounded theory design, Nikki interviewed older adults in a post-disaster environment about their lived experiences in facing adversity. She developed a definition and process model of courage, which can be applied to everyday adversity. The research emphasised the importance of older adults as a resource in post-disaster situations and highlighted the value of teaching courage for professional practice. Congratulations. Bo Zhou in Education. Bo focused on the literacy experiences and identity construction of young Chinese immigrant children in Aotearoa, New Zealand, by observing their interactions with teachers and peers in kindergarten and with parents at home. Stories of the influences of multiple factors, such as previous experiences and engagement with other individuals, on the children's expansive learning, were presented and explained through 3 waves of analysis. Congratulations. Dan Dan Zhou in Education. Dan Dan researched ways that Chinese kindergarten teachers changed their beliefs and pedagogical practices through their understandings of multiple intelligences theory, a Western theory promoted in policy documents but not practice documents or early childhood teacher education in China. Her findings provided insights into influences on and dimensions of professional growth in teachers and into developing professional development programs for Chinese teachers in relation to the adoption of a foreign educational approach. Congratulations. And in absentia, all those other persons named in the official record qualified for the award of a diploma or the conferment of a degree.
Teaching Excellence Awards. The university places considerable significance on excellence in teaching. It recognises this by making awards each year to teachers who have demonstrated excellence in aspects of teaching. These awards are contestable across the university and signify a truly superior achievement. An award for excellence and sustained excellence in teaching has been made to Dr. Narino Gabrielle Ellis from the School of Humanities within the Faculty of Arts. I call upon a student of that faculty, Justine Treadwell, to read the citation for Dr. Narino Gabrielle Ellis.
Ngā mihi nui kia koutou katoa. I have been a student of Ngāi Reno's in various contexts for more than 5 years. Having taken every class of hers that was offered, and being lucky enough to have her as my supervisor for a summer scholarship and for my honours year in museums and cultural heritage, I'm also looking forward to having her supervise my PhD imminently. Along with many other courses, Ngāi Reno has the extraordinary sole responsibility of covering Māori art history from Pacific origins through to contemporary Toi Māori. Ngāi Reno's achievement of this is tantamount to her commitment and infectious passion. Never does her teaching feel rushed or compromised. It constantly affirms the mana of both the people and the art we discuss, and those of us who are learning about it. Her acknowledgement of the people who make art meaningful to us, whether it be distant ancestors or immediate family members, keeps the study alive and warm. This warmth extends through to Ngāi Reno's kindness as a teacher and supervisor. Despite her heavy teaching load, she always has time to support, advise, and inspire. Her encouragement of students to stay engaged with each other for support and networking, along with her comradely meetings with us over luxurious cakes, are profoundly motivating. This will mean a lot to me throughout my PhD study. Of Ngāi Reno's teaching, an element that is most distinctive is her affirming respect for students. In particular, her high expectations and belief that we can always do better. The truth is, as a young Pākehā woman, as many of us are in art history, it is easy to get by studying Te Ao Māori with people being impressed that I am participating at all. We are considered praiseworthy due to the fact of our engagement rather than the quality of it. For Ngāi Reno, this is never the case. She understands that it is beneath both us as students and the mātauranga or knowledge that we study to let moments of ignorance and subpar tikanga slide past undiscussed. This is empowering for us as students. It's only through recognising these moments that we can actually improve and deepen our cultural awareness. It has always been extraordinary to me that along with Ngāi Reno's commitment to her teaching and her unwavering dedication to whānau, she retains the time and energy for research and publications of award-winning quality. Ngāi Reno published her PhD as the book, A Whakapapa of Tradition, 100 Years of Ngāti Porou Carving, which has won at least 3 awards, including the prestigious Judith Binney Best First Book Award at the 2017 Auckland, New Zealand Book Awards. This is on top of many other national and international publications, including the Marsden-funded project with Dr. Deirdre Brown and the late Professor Jonathan Mane Whioki, Toi Te Mana, A History of Indigenous Art from Aotearoa, New Zealand. These projects reflect Ngāi Reno's commitment to research for Te Ao Māori and to developing the kaupapa or methodology which supports Māori voices and narratives, ancient through to contemporary. Ngāi Reno is a taonga to past generations, current students and future rangatahi. Ko te toho o ngā rangatira, he manaki I te tangata.
We are now nearing the end of this graduation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I invite all today's graduates to stand and receive the congratulations of us all. It is also an opportunity for the graduates to show their appreciation of their families and supporters and the staff of the university who have helped them as they achieve their qualifications. This concludes this meeting of Council and Convocation of the University for the award of diplomas and the conferment of degrees. I now invite you to sing the first verse of God Defend New Zealand in Māori and then in English. These words are printed on the reverse of the programme.